They're heading right into that alarm bot here, surrounded by OR members.
Alarm bot should be able to tip this one off. Dealt with, though. Brawk gonna make sure of that. Hope comes down, and that maybe slows things down. We'll see, never mind. No, Sim just gonna push right through it. Tries to catch the stun to Paincakes, but will not find the frag. Is the Proto there for the trade? fiziq has since taken space out towards A main, and I'm in a scary spot to be. Now you have to worry about not only what's behind you inside main, but also in front of you here. Nearly to find a kill onto Brawk, and things going swimmingly here to start this defense.
Look how separated out the remains of Moist are now. No sense of information. Spike not picked up either. A very slow pistol round to start things off. But little does Moist know, they actually have full A-site control. The rest of OR, they're banding up for what they assume will be the post plant.
And this has to feel good. Strength in numbers times a million here. Well, technically times 4 because the Proto's left on his lonesome. We'll back away from this, but all 4 of Esports start to walk their way through. We'll deal with some of the angles. Snakebite out. Flash to follow. Jonah6 gonna hop on the spike. Snakebite doesn't quite land. Meanwhile, Aproto, some way, somehow, collects 2 kills. fiziq falls. No, wait, not like this. Moist have done it for the pistol.
It's a solid start for OR in the beginning here, but it's the same tried and true comp that Moist want to try to employ for a second time around on A. They crunch it down. There's not too many bodies left for OR. They're losing out on these solo fights. All of Moist have opted to play up in the 3 different rifles here. Brawk and Tifa are the only ones still remaining on pistols. But I think if anything, Tanner, this goes to show how strong the confidence is Moist going into this map.
Yep, they just run it back. This time, they didn't need to find the stun on the Paincakes to get the kill. They do so through Sim, and now similar setup here. Aproto up to a default. 3 remaining. Just gonna work their way on. Can hope to find some damage, and they've done so successfully thus far. They cut things down to even numbers. Zeldris actually finds another. Now that flyuh has fallen, how much more can they find? As both players and Moist Moguls are tucked away. Flash out through Art and to main. Does this tip you off to where this guy is playing? Huge kill from Jonah, and they expect the player inside main as Brawk hops off for a moment. A Phantom now picked up. nillyaz safe. The wallbang's not there. And OR Esports, a huge second round to tie us up.
And OR, they've been playing so slow, purposely playing for these endgame rounds, for these retakes. Full rifles now for OR, Tanner. I love the util dump at the beginning. It gives so much info.
Sim had a rifle in this round too. It died immediately. It should be able to be picked up. Yeah, flyuh grabs it, but that is a rough start for Moist.
It's a rough start. The Cascade's still open, though. Look at all this defensive potential that OR have. The Cascade falls. Soon to be up is going to be Jonah's wall. Or no, it hasn't come up yet. It might be for the post plant. With a little doggy. Will give us all the info that we need as Zeldris holds things down.
And that's the rifle again. Aproto's gonna pick it up, okay? In the third hand. Third time's a charm. Aproto making this one hurt. Wants to find some extra damage. Keg, what is this game that we're watching right now?
Aproto's on a heater right now, man. And we're only 3 rounds in.
He's got lockdown.
Holy, he's got a lockdown already. No shot. Whatever OR had planned for the defensive retake this round will be completely dismantled by this lockdown. They have to challenge it.
1 enemy remaining.
Wow, a 4K in the pistol, a 4K 2 rounds later. The lockdown will force the sole defender in nilly to back away with 3,600 credits. He has plenty in the back pocket to try and go for this one, but a 1v3 is what it'll take. Aproto, he's around the corner from the ace, and Aproto will get it.
With the double walls brought up too, that's a no man's land in the middle.
Sim going a little crazy here, rocking into the back line, sneaks away through said walls, but Paincakes was undiscovered this entire time. The X Factor, believed to be by Moist Moguls, finds 2 kills on the rounds, eventually becomes the 3rd, courtesy of Jonah6. Now a player down are Moist Moguls. They don't even have that spike planted. The spike is down, it's fallen on the floor in the middle of the site. Sim barely walks away with his life with 15 HP. He'll look to get that spike planted. flyuh will hold the angle. It's an operator just on the other side. nilly and Jonah6 now going to work hand in hand through the low ground.
It's Sim versus the world right now. flyuh's playing for the cross contact there. The turret's up, and this Viper wall is allowing Sim to re-correct their course back over the back of halls. Now they can play double contact with flyuh.
Ooh, okay, hold on. flyuh's about to make this one hurt. He's completely untouched. In 2 kills picked up. Zeldris gonna hop on, knife in
is this map?
But now OREsports are really feeling the strengths of this Moist Moguls squad. In this round, I mean, they don't have a whole lot behind him. We've seen the strength, so Zeldris gets us started. That's a weapon to be had should they go looking for that.
Yeah, really good start there. You remove all contention for the Viper for B side, but now A side seems to be the way to go.
Wow.
Zeldris good for another. Top contenders from Moist eliminated one by one, nearly two with the Sheriff.
Bomb grenade out.
Alrighty, okay, from the top raise in challengers to a jet. Zeldris really starting to fill these shoes of a well-rounded duelist, but they're not out of the woodworks just yet. Steve was the last one standing, found one kill on the way out, and OREsports, they do it again. A lesser buy, but they find the win. OREsports want to play retake on this one.
Oh, you can see OR playing so far, hidden in the back, waiting for that retake. They're floating around towards mid, but the Seekers are going to go in the entire plot. Through it, though! The spike denied! fiziq taking down their mirror match.
Spike planted.
They're trying to do it again as well. Does eventually get planted, though. Sim still in the back lines. And it's a couple of agents that you want to have alive in a post plan. You have stars down, you have Killjoy utility. Look at Sim up close and personal as the Cascade goes through him. He finds a kill on Nilly, but it's only one. Which means a 2v4 as they push aggressively. You have to accept this. You have to assume it's gonna happen. Moist, they push forward. They say, we don't care about the post plant or the utility. They take the fight to OREsports. Have lockdown subside. Nobody detained. And that's just enough space for brawk to get that spike down.
OR all grouped up once again. They're looking for that drop down past the Nebula. This is the LCQ special.
Man, they're expected at this time. Only gets one. Reckoning pushes the players off the site here. brawk just out of range. He has not been spotted just yet as fiziq works his way through. Good damage there. Shots that just get away from aproto here. Uncharacteristic. A shorty just on the other side. Seekers to follow. flyuh looks to play here with the post plant on the spike, but I don't think the snake bites are going to be enough. As OREsports, they stack themselves up, and they're able to find a retake with just barely enough time here in that defuse.
Oh, and it's hit down. Trail might be a sign of things to come, and Zeldris unable to find that opening shot is forced to back away.
And took a bit of damage in doing so as well. Doesn't matter though, they line up for a second and he almost hits the shot, but it's the same exact paint shells that Zeldris has died to previously. A snake bite on the ground vulnerable. Paint shells just behind it, and Jonah 6 will play the one and done position. It has not been played yet this game. Meanwhile, Paincakes also holding a tricky position with the bucket, but he's about to get backstabbed. Now Jonah 6 keeps him alive. brawk there for the trade, and it's starting to pay off. But the Bucky shot goes wide. And as the dust settles here on the B side, it's left all up to fiziq. Finds the first. Now in a 1v1 is another flash, a trailblazer to play with, but only 63 HP against his counterpart, who is healthy. If you're fiziq, you have to be perfect here. If you're brawk, you only gotta hit a couple of body shots, maybe a trailblazer of your own as fiziq comes through, and perfect he is not. brawk will find the headshot. 9-3 at the half as we swap sides. It's Moist Moguls in the lead. Moist are just running at OREsports here. Thief can get tagged up on the line from block. A few players on the other side. And
down B.
OREsports out on top of this one. An early start with a couple of kills, but can they hang on to it? A 2v4 is what they lost in the last pistol. brawk still fighting forward. No way brawk finds kills. It is absolutely no right to do so, and hey, he did his job. A 2v4, he found his 2.
A lot of bodies have fallen outside of B main. So with a minute left on the clock, you have plenty of time to do pretty much whatever as OR. And rotating back to A doesn't seem like a bad issue at all. One thing that OR are going to find out, though, is that flyuh's Viper Wall is going to be on the A side connector. It's going to block off both the entryway and stairs. So now OR, they can go pretty much anywhere they need to go. But that turret right outside B connector's not going to do anything. The operator that not in the server right now. So instead, it's a sneak attack back over to the B connector right towards halls. And flyuh only has a single snake bite to spare.
Enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
Not like this. Not like this. flyuh does it for the clutch. The round belongs again to Moist.
But look at Moist. They're pushing up aggressively here. They bought rifles again.
Yeah, this is the sim special, right? Get a rifle in this guy's hand. We'll see if the trailblazer sniffs him out. No, Thief will deal with that one, and And that definitely leads you to believe, right? If you're fighting aggressively for that space, you have to be baiting for somebody, and that's exactly what they're doing. Vulnerable, it doesn't matter. Sim stays alive, finds
Last
2 kills for his
standing.
troubles.
Spike
Now Nilly
down
finds
A.
himself alone. 19 health, a spike in his grasp.
Spot coming back.
Only a stinger to work with, and this is a difficult spot to be in OREsports. Forced into this round. And most Moguls, I mean, just about forced him out of it.
I think Nilly's still in range of that alarm bot going off. No! Just as it was about to leave the range, it gets detected. That means Nilly's nearby. Oh. Same setup once again. OR looking to maybe force that with the help of Nilly's lurk, possibly, for the push-up here.
I mean, uncontested, I would say, is the best word to put it thus far for Moist Moguls. In really anything they try to do, able to do it with relative ease. This round, things look a little different. Brawk pushes up solo, plays off the aggression of his own utility, and does get punished for it.
And look at this adaptation now from Moist. Nilly wants to go for that lurk once again, but alarm bots and nanoswarms are placed all over any avenue that Nilly would use. It has to be a force push here to be made. Oh no, man! It missed! Oh!
One
Pancakes!
enemy remaining.
No way. I mean, this guy's the X Factor. This is exactly why Paincakes keeps them in this round, deals with 4 members of Moist Moguls. Now everything left in the hands of Thief, who's just off the site, but I mean, you are counting your blessings if you are OREsports, because
planted.
for whatever reason, Sim had a rifle in hand instead of the rocket. Oh no,
Only needs a 3K here to get that cosmic divide.
I mean, he could just randomly spray through a wall and kill 3 players.
True.
There's 25 HP between 2 of them. 26 on Zeldris. Nilly, the only healthy one. Unfortunately, he did not have an opportunity.
Oh, Brawk is playing a solo game right now. They're saved a little bit by some of the fight for util, and the backup pulse, but the reckoning is down. Brawk is trapped.
I mean, they just don't care. Yep, ends up getting away. The reckoning didn't matter what you tossed at him. Brawk stays alive. Eventually does go down via the nano swarm from Nilly, which awards him the lockdown, so that'll force the defense away for a moment longer. Spike is planted. The site right now, at the very least, is being held on to by OREsports.
And Moist are just looking for the prime time to strike, waiting out the Killjoy lockdown. 1 detained. It's gonna be a 3-prong attack then.
Oof. He'll just goes wide on the first couple of knives, and aproto punishes, finds a kill on a Paincakes. Op finds his target finally, and on the back line, showing a 6. Will try to hang on, finds 1, finds 2, but Sim on the other side. Operator in hand, sits him down. And this time it's Sim to turn the page and close the book of Pearl. 13-4 is where we land.
Really, really great game coming out from Moist. And I gotta say again, they predicted their own gameplay. The mid-round adjustments were fantastic.
OREsports now, you would think that you're watching the perspective of Moist Moguls as they are quick out this way. The paranoia just barely catches a teammate, and because of that, aproto stays alive and finds that first kill. Meanwhile, Thief fighting for his life. Back sight still allowed 1 kill, and I mean, just to find those 2 kills from Moist Moguls, a couple of kills that they should not have found, it puts OREsports in a scary spot. Things are even. They do have that spike planted, but look at this, the defense quick back onto the side of fiziq, cuts down 1, a right click to find the next, but it doesn't matter. It's all too much to handle here on the C site for OREsports, and the pistol belongs to Moist Moguls. To Brawk and OREsports. Now the jig is up. Pancake spotted. Just a classic in the hands of the Omen, but I say just a classic. He's able to find a headshot. Good fault line here. Minding their P's and Q's. Unfortunately, it just missed. The stun did not land, and Sim is able to walk away not only with his life, but with a kill.
Yeah, it's making me think that OR originally, they tried to go for an attempted fake. They brought up, I believe it was Jonah, all the way up to C long, hoping the rest of Moist would rotate over, but not a single defender moved whatsoever. That dark cover, just too suspicious. And now with the only end result being B site, up close and personal, Pancakes again. Wow, I was gonna say up to great things, but the mirror mode match of Thief is there instead.
Thief collects another, found fiziq earlier in the round. Nilly gets 1 back, and Zeldris just got himself a bulldog, so finds a weapon here in this round. Only 2 players to worry about, and It's up to Moist Moguls to make the first move here. Zeldris can wait for that spike to continue to tick down. And this could be another round where they may have found a way. That being OREsports. Just might have found it. Finally, Zeldris will give himself up. The body block here, but he gets them both. The collaterals there, the clutch for Zeldris.
OR, for the first time this series, have the lead. And this owl drone's gonna give away the entire plot.
Wow, beautiful stun, and brawk just has nowhere to go. Meanwhile, on the backside, though, Thief able to punish, kill onto Nilly. Paranoia to slow things down. Backside flyuh swings, finds kill onto the duelist, but with a back and forth continues. Thief spotted, now taken down. Aproto also follows, and I mean, giving them the 1vx's here, and they're all going the way of OREsports. Moist Moguls might need to slow things down as Sim finds himself again in a situation that I don't want to say far from winnable, but it's not the easiest.
Sim's gonna go for it, though. Not the save. Graffiti angle already held by Paincakes. The Bladestorm's already out. A lot of patience being held here by OR. They're not fast pushing like they have before. They're looking to switch up the tempo to keep Moist on their toes, and Thief is using this opportunity to run away.
Thief only had a classic this time, so not feeling too comfortable to play and fight on the site. Meanwhile, Nilly getting set up. Aftershocks, blades go out. The Proto immediately dealt with Zeldris also to find a kill. I mean, it is just a carnival of death here on the C site, and I don't know who's pushing the buttons as flyuh picks up 4 huge kills, but fiziq cuts him down.
Off your feet!
I wish I was smart enough to make a G2 penny joke there, but that one will escape his rolling thunder. And the defenders will also escape this C site. Away from that is seemingly going back to what they wanted to do. Moist wanted to play retake on this site. They took some extra space, but they eventually do back away from it with a lockdown. Will force the attackers away. They're gonna be able to work their way back into this site with that spike planted. Not have to worry about the angles out towards long.
Oh, Nilly's still on that potential lurk there. That alarm bot's gonna be stopping them. All the forces now. Nilly, the lurk is gone. Everyone left alive now for OR. They're stuck down. The dark cover blocking them. An easy defuse for Moist. Unfortunate.
They didn't spot anything, so they take the space up towards sewers. Do they know 2 players just around the corner? Sim, the angle, brawk holding the flank. Sim, the first one to fall. Now 2 more players to worry about, but brawk makes quick work of that with 6 HP. He's able to back away. He has a spike in his feet. He finds a third. No way brawk just did that.
Yeah, almost the worst place you could lose the spike, but luckily though, no one on Moist is actually on site. The only issue though is that you have quite a bit of utility that can go through the walls. Thief, with that minor flank, has the paranoia to work off of there. Flying a Proto. Playing it nice and calm and cool and collected. They're waiting for Thief to take some space here, allow some time for Nilly and fiziq to reposition.
Last player standing.
Oof, good from fiziq there. Confident in his shots, doesn't give up too much, able to find one, but unfortunately, the trades do not favor you at this point in the game. flyuh gonna give up his angle. Nano Swarm pops, make sure nobody gets on the spike there. Out towards long. I mean, a beautiful looky here from Thief. As he shows himself, he backs away. flyuh plays off the contact there, and the round will belong to Moist Moguls. Sim, the operator. Spike is here, and I mean, they're still playing a very tricky game here. Dash onto the side. Hunter's Fury comes through. Zeldris not yet found. Neither is Thief. Go back and forth with Proto to eventually go down. Trigger discipline as Thief collects 2. One more just around the corner. And they've got the spike in hand as a shorty comes through. 150 credits to the face of Thief. Means Nilly finds a kill and evens the odds.
Look how separated out the rest of Moist are. Flashpoint comes down. Nilly, a single tick away from going down. Great trade from fiziq. Sova v Sova now. Oh
fiziq,
no.
I thought fiziq had time to leave, but
he still does. He's got 47 seconds. He can go B or A site, but Sim's got that off. This could be a big collab. Or not.
Off your feet!
Well, anything's still possible. Not a collat, but finds a kill onto Zeldris. That's the blades dealt with. Looking for another, couldn't quite get it. brawk pulls on the angle fly there to bail him out. Sim will find another. It's not a collateral, but it's 2 kills nonetheless. The shorty goes wide. The last couple of shots as Nilly pushes his way through, collects the first. but needed more. Meanwhile, fiziq just doesn't have the angle. 8-4, the best it could get for Moist Moguls. 7 rounds in a row is what they found before we swap sides.
Prime opportunity for OR to take back this pistol round like they did on Tech. It's an early B-side aggression here from Sim. And the spike's not even going to B. It's all a big fake over to C-side.
And this is a pistol round strat that we have seen really start to develop from team to team. We've seen TSM run strats the like where you can just throw your jet into that B site through the connector. We have a jet like Sim, a jet like 7. You know they're going to get the job done. Eventually that kill comes to fruition on this C site. Nilly gets it back, but it doesn't matter. flyuh picking up right where he left off with another 3K. This time in the pistol, and it's all up to Zeldris, who just cannot land the shots. brawk will dance around him, and Moist Moguls will take the pistol.
It's a risky maneuver. fiziq not too far behind, but they have to get the opening pick.
That hurts. Ooh, flyuh taking some damage, Sim taking some damage, but I mean, it doesn't matter. You will gladly trade that for the 2 kills that have been found. fiziq and Zeldris gone. This defense, I mean, flyuh can just say Stowe disconnected from the play and hope to play Rolling Thunder. Worst case scenario. This guy is not needed at this point, and I think OREsports, they understand what's going on.
Very little utility left for this XX2. The recon bolt should be getting back of C site, but you have Bulldogs and Phantoms to work with.
Players stay even though. Bulldogs playing the first, Sim playing backside. They're just not expecting it. Some way, somehow, Sim just allowed to get 2, almost a third as Paincakes gets chipped away, but he has not been taken down. A smoke on the spike, but a stun right behind it, and Paincakes falls. It's a 12th picked up for Moist Mogul.
OR are ready.
And they think this is the winning recipe, and it has been. Last round proved it. This round also a bit of confirmation, and that is a fight for early space. They take it away from Moist Moguls, and it's only flyuh and aproto now to hang on in a 2v5. They've won 2v4s, Keg. Can they win a 2v5?
Last player standing.
Now when Paincakes is on the board, there's still a proto, and the spike is long, long gone. Piranha's in the water, feasting over the spike. Aproto tries to make their way up. Good for 1. Paincakes, no smokes around. It's a proto for 3. But OR, they trudge on forwards. Used prematurely, not gonna stop Moist at all. Instead, they might fake over to A, and Zeldris is ready. No, the plant goes down.
Spike planted.
Moist are gonna fight for the extremity control and take down Zeldris. The spike is still underway.
That's a shot that you wish you had back if you're Zeldris. Meanwhile, Thief trying to get into the back lines. Paincakes will deal with his counterpart there. fiziq leaps his way through as the aftershock comes down. Jonas6 has utility in his hand as he swings through the window, and he'll be punished. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, Nilly steals 2 back. But 2v2 is where we land as the smoke comes through. The shots will land, and it's all up to aproto now to work his way through. Shorty in hand. Zeldris will put an end to the nonsense and find the round for OREsports. There's ever a round to win. This would be the one
down mid
to do it. brawk gives up way too much to Zeldris. And again, punished for that. Now Zeldris hoping to get some more, but nobody on the angle. Instead, we'll assume his position inside the smoke, shorty in hand. Aproto just on the other side, and Jonas6 might just walk into this one. We'll see how aggressive Aproto wants to get. He tries to catch. Oh my god! He tries to catch the droning fiziq. Instead, it's all down to Nilly. Again, Moist Moguls, if there was ever a round to win, this one might be the one to do it as Nilly fights back for 2 of his own. And in a 1v1, Aproto swings, but Nilly gets the frag in the round, and the game continues.
Oh my god. Wow, good job, Nilly. That was incredible. I feel like a lot of other players, no matter how much experience you have, would crumble in a situation like that, but Nilly didn't give up, and neither did the rest of OR. Really great job from OR, and you and I, Tanner, we'll start thinking about whether or not Haven goes into overtime.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, Moist Moguls, they're making it hurt. They're making it look scary, but OREsports really starting to reel it in. I think Nilly counting his blessings that it was only a stinger in the hands of Aproto there, which is not going to be the case this time around. Light shields across the board. Moist Moguls, Pancakes playing this angle out towards C once more. And it's just spam on the angle until eventually Pancakes gives himself up too much.
A lot of early side control coming out from Sim. No one past the smokes either to find an emergency kill. Fly gets that spike down. That's gigantic. One body already gone from OR. They've lost Pancakes. They can't shut down the C main, or C long, excuse me, hold. Everyone at Moist can sit right where they are and just wait for everyone at OR to walk right up, except for the double flank.
I mean, is there anything more moist than this? They don't want to play in the post play. Instead, they want to fight this defense. And while the defense becomes the defender, it's all up to zeldris at 26 HP. It's been so good thus far, but unfortunately, OREsports, they fall just short here on Haven. And things got slippery for a moment, but it's Moist Moguls to mop them up in 2-0 fashion.